How's it?
Hello, good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks. I've got a very smart looking picture now as your cover image. There's suit and tie. It's kitted out in the red tie and everything, looking super suave and ready to go.
Thanks.
Uh, how's everybody else? Lucas, long time no see. How goes it?
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Uh,
Hey, Chris, how's it?
I'm okay. How are you, James?
Oh, lekker, man. No worries. All is good. Carter, welcome back.
Great.
Good. Chris, what's happening today? Full house.
No, Masana is not here, and we lost. No, I don't want to say we lost because it sounds so wrong. Hey, yeah, yeah, it sounds traumatic. Tsolofelo resigned.
Okay.
Yeah, Tsolofelo resigned, and then yeah, Masana is on annual leave today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but I haven't had any excuses, but we should have two or more people who are waiting. Nkata. No, Edward. We're waiting for Edward.
Yeah.
But he hasn't
Okay.
said anything.
All right. So I thought today, because it's been a little bit fractured with people not all coming as we saw from before. So I thought today let's just catch up and hopefully get everyone to the same page. I'm actually busy as we speak. Just give me a second to see how far this is. I'm just busy. Yeah, I still got a bit to go. I'm just busy uploading the last month's worth of videos online. As soon as I've done that, I'll give you guys a link. Then everybody can grab and catch up. Because what we spent obviously that first, but all those videos are up to basically get your profile sorted. But over the last few weeks, there was one we kind of missed where I did a bit of a Q&A with Gert, where guys were busy. But other than that, what we've been looking at this last while is really the bit where the money is. So it's how to find the right people and then how to start those conversations. And then last week we worked out Sales Navigator. So what we actually need to do is, Kitamitsi, I think maybe we can ask you to give Lucas and Kata and Edward and maybe Chris even, if he's going to use it, access to it. So what you want to do is share a screen with me quickly. Let me just give you permission. Let's just do this. And also I want to ask you for a favor for one of my clients as well. I will give you his details now. Okay, yeah, share a screen. Let me find the lad's details. Sorry, 1 second. Hitamitsu here in the
Yes.
chat. I'm just gonna pop in this dude's name. His name's Henk. Good guy to connect with, by the way. So all these connections are cool. Why don't you just send him a connection request and then I will tell him to accept it, and then you can, if you were in mind, just send him also the opportunity to jump on. So just so hit the connection button there, and then just say put a note and say, hi Henk, James asked me to connect to help you with Sales Navigator, so that he doesn't wonder who's this strange person. Let me actually tell him quickly. You know what? I'll just WhatsApp him. I need to tell him. Hi. Oh, can I not spell? I've come to the conclusion I can spell, I just can't type. Not that like the one fault is, is worse than the other. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right, Lekker, thanks. So what you want to do is so go into Sales Navigator itself. Okay, so there's that little by the way, is everyone else connected to you? Pop if not, just pop your LinkedIn, not the Sales Navigator. Pop your LinkedIn URL into the chat, and then everybody who is not connected, please go and send him a connection request because he can't do this unless you're connected. Just in the title bar there, just copy that. Yeah, or there, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. Just pop that in the chat. And Carter, I think we've established you screwed anyway. But connect with your colleague anyway. So quickly just send him a connection request, and then he will be able just let us know when you've done it, so that he can go in and
Wow.
and so yeah. Sorry, but
Yeah.
it's not that we
Yeah.
don't love you. It's just LinkedIn doesn't love you.
Okay.
Like
I sent you a
we love
I
you,
sent
but
you a request
Ish.
anyways.
there you go. Yeah, you should all be connected with each other. It's cool. There's another reason you guys should be connected, right? But and seriously, because what happens now is you might not really have known each other well, but by the time you get to the end of this, particularly now, because we're going to get into some practical stuff. Like today, we're going to do practical stuff. I don't want to necessarily teach you something else. I just want to get everyone on the same page. But I want to get into starting to find the right people and send the right the right messages and so on and so forth. So there we go. Okay. If you guys want Sal's name, you got to send him a connection request. Let's actually just
Who are we
let's
connecting to Kitumate?
yes.
All right.
He's your savior. He's the guy that's giving you a free month.
Okay.
So
I thought he was about to
so you-
reject me. He
so
took
you-
his time.
you might have to buy him a burger. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he charges a lot of money for this, but I think he said if you give him a burger, he's good. So it's not that shit from McDonald's. You got to buy it from Burger King. Okay, so
another meal will do.
yeah. I don't know. I'm sure that that McDonald's is not actually classified as food. Okay. So go. So in Sales Nav, let's just try and got it just because we can. So just no. So in Sales Navigator, so click that little present icon, sort of top right. Yeah, that thing, and then type his name into the box. As you start type, obviously show your first level connection. So click on him, and then you go. Yeah, LinkedIn's horrible, eh? Okay. Who else have we connected with so far? Click next one. Try edit. He should be good to go, and then you send. Okay. Now, with a bit of luck, it's Edward, you should get a LinkedIn message. It's just a normal message from Kitamitsi. And in the message should be the link for Sales Navigator. Same for you, Lucas. Okay, I think that's everyone then. I'll let you know when Henk or just keep an eye out when he accepts. If you could just send this to him. He's like so busy at work. I have when I have sessions with him, I have to do it after hours. Can't even do it during because it's busy. All right, cool. Thanks. Okay, guys. So now do you guys all have a credit or a debit card with you? Because if you want to connect up Sales Navigator, you need to have that. Okay, they won't charge you, but you need to have it to set it up. So, what? Actually, can we just do it with someone? Who wants to do it quickly? Chris, can I do it with you. Chris?
Yeah, that's fine. You can do it with me.
All right. So let's just. Kitamitsu, thank you very much. Your colleagues are eternally grateful, and your tummy will be when they give you the burgers, though. So Chris, share a screen. I'll just talk you through this. Gert, by the way, how's it? I know you're watching, and I never mentioned you. I'm not ignoring you. How's it? We know you're there.
No, I'm good, thank you.
You're not in a car. That's
No, I just got to just rushed into the guest house quickly and got myself connected. I'm watching you guys. I'll jump in as we go on.
okay, lekker.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So Gert got sorted last week, so that's why he doesn't need to go through this this thing with us now. So Chris, share a screen with us, and then for Lucas and Edward, do you have access? Do you have access? Well, firstly, do you have access? Because sometimes the link doesn't come through. Just let us know. You can let
Yeah,
us
I
know
just
in
got the link.
So you got the link. Do you have a credit card or a debit card?
Yeah, I'm getting that now.
Okay. Edward, you good?
I got a link. My card is in my car, and my wife took the car.
Okay.
So can
So
I get on the app maybe?
You'll no, because you just need a credit card to activate it. So you'll just have to just watch what's happening, and then you'll just do it when you
Alright.
get home. Okay.
Alright.
But Lucas, you might as well do it now. So we're gonna follow Chris. So Chris, you're gonna go to your messages. You should find that message from Dimitri, and then if you just click on it, it should automatically open and take you into the right place.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So we're not trying premium, no. Okay, so just click his at the bottom there. You'll see there's the message from him. For some reason, it didn't.
This one.
Yeah, that one. Just scroll up a little bit. Guys, yeah, sorry, that link. Click that link. Yeah, and it's the one you need, and that should open up in a new tab for you. Just scroll down and make sure this is the right one. That they don't come with a trick. Go back up. You were too fast for me. I need to see the price. Should be. It used to be. Oh, still is. How you still got the same price? The other guys paid 1,500. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah. So that's the normal price, right? It's $1,250 a month. You're gonna get a 2-month free trial. And LinkedIn are very good about this. So you're not gonna get a surprise on your credit card. You need to put the credit card in now to activate it. If at the end of the period, and they'll send you emails to remind you, all sorts of stuff. You're just going to Sales Navigator, click a button, say I don't want it. It's one click. It's not a big story. Then you'll get it to activate. So it's a full 2 months. It's the whole thing genuine. There's no restrictions. It's a great trial, and 2 months gives you guys a lot of leeway with this. So redeem your offer. That is the correct one. Okay, so that should take us to the good checkout. You might, hopefully you also know your LinkedIn login. Okay, so Chris, I'm going to just stop the share while you fill this information in, because I don't really want your credit card information being shared by everybody. If you could just do that part and let us know when you get to the end of that, and then once you've done that, as soon as you've done that, then share again, because I need to show you kind of like what the steps are for this.
Click on the save button.
I guess so.
Okay, do you want me to share my screen again?
Yes,
Just click
please.
on save.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the credit card details we don't want. Don't know who's on this call with us.
I'm watching.
Yeah. Edward is watching.
Then you won't find anything there, Edward.
Yeah, most of our credit cards suck. That's what I call it. Okay, so scroll down.
Okay.
Okay, try now for ZAR 0. So before you try for ZAR 0, see what it says there? What I would do, let's make a note of this. So it says your free trial begins today, ends on the 3rd of June. Okay. We will send you an email reminder 7 days before, which they will, but you might not see it. So make a note, put in a calendar or something. So beginning 3rd of June, your payment method will be charged. So the 1250. So if you don't cancel it, they'll charge you and then I'll just give you another month's access. So if you want to keep it, then you do nothing. If you want to stop it, then you just go into your Sales Navigator and you cancel it. Okay, so you cancel it like on the 2nd or on the 1st or the 2nd if you feel you need to, right? But for now you can try now for 0 ZAR. Oh, Henk says thanks, so I'm assuming he's accepting that now. I'm going to tell him to let me know when it's done.
Successful. It says successful.
Awesome. Right. So just close that verification thing. LinkedIn are trying to, driving us nuts. Just say no thanks. Fuck off. No. Yeah. Okay. So successful. Awesome. Okay. Kitamitsu, Henk says he's accepted it. So if you can send him the link as well, that would much appreciated. Right. So let's go to Sales Navigator Core. Dun, da, da, da. This is the exciting part. So I think you missed. Yeah, it was only Gert and Kitamitsu. So the rest of you will have missed this training. But I'm busy uploading it. Let me check how far we are. I'm just double checking what's happening on YouTube. Come on, YouTube.
Oh, hi, James. Henk is not eligible for the referral.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. That's a pity. Wonder why. Okay. Well, is he going to be disappointed? Because if you don't get the referral, you can't get the 1 month either. Ah,
Oh,
shit.
oh,
Yeah, it's like, Victor, not funny, eh?
yeah.
Anyway. All right, thank you. Appreciate you trying. Anyway, you got a new connection. Not to add to your list. You're selling some financial services. Okay, so just scroll down a little bit, Chris. You've got to get to a button below that. There you go. So get started. Just select anybody. One of those. Just save one of those people. Otherwise, you can't move on. So
Just one.
yeah, pick anybody.
Can I save Unisa? Can I save
Yeah,
Unisa?
save whoever you want. Just save one person. Then yeah, now you see it says next. Now you can go next. And go to search results. So now you are in Sales Navigator. Okay. So now what you need to do is to watch last week's video, which I will upload either during the break or a little bit later today. Because 4 I actually have to upload. I realized I did 2 before the session. The other 2 were still uploading to YouTube, and then I'll pop them onto the website and I'll give you guys all the link again, just so that you've got it. Okay. So for those of you that didn't see last week necessarily, and maybe we'll play around with Kitamitsu or Gert, because to be fair, they've been the guys that have been here, so maybe we'll use them as the practical example. You guys can learn from that and then go and apply accordingly. All right, so that's perfect. Edward, did you win?
Hi, James. I don't have my card. You mean on the Silk Navigator?
Oh, sorry. Where's Lucas gone? Did he duck? Why am I just not seeing him? Okay. Okay. You'll then obviously just have to do that at home, which is perfectly fine. This thing is awesome, the Sales Navigator. Like if you haven't used it before, it really does help you to it really does help you to find the right people. Okay, so what we've done, just to sort of recap, let me take the screen back quick. Okay, cool. Thank you, Chris. So
Thank you.
what we did is we started off and we picked a niche, right? Which is important. And remember, our definition of the niche was to say, what is that group of people with a similar set of characteristics that my product or service is going to be the best solution for. In other words, you as the individual financial advisor, you are going to be the best person for them. Okay, and we all have such a person, and we use the GPT to help us. And a lot of GPT we looked at our experience, because that's a really good place to look. So from there, we all picked a niche that we've identified and that we want to reach out to on LinkedIn. And then we did a little bit more work, and we found out what like all the problems were that we could solve for them. We came up with a value proposition. So we had that if I could get you this result that you 100% want in a specified amount of time without something you hate. So we came up with a value proposition that matched the service that we're offering or the products that we wanted to sell to that particular niche, and we created the message. And the beauty, as you will discover now, the reason that having a niche is so valuable is, again, going back to that definition, right, where I said to you that people have got a similar set of characteristics. What happens because they have that similar set of characteristics is that you typically find that, as a rule, the group as a whole behave in the same way. Okay, so teachers all behave like teachers, accountants behave like accountants, right? Mothers behave like mothers, which are different to others even, let alone construction workers. So that's why this idea of you picking a niche is so valuable. When you start to deal with people, you'll start to then deal with the same people over and over, and you'll start to get to know them even better. So now it becomes easy to find them. It then becomes easy to create messages that are going to resonate with them. So as you're speaking to people, it makes quite a lot of sense, because you know that they're all going to be relatively the same. So you'll know what the problems are, right? That your niche typically has. You'll know what the objections are. You'll know what the issues are. You'll know what the constraints are. You know what the opportunities are. And so life actually becomes quite a lot easier just from the running of your business. It's not just from the marketing perspective. So now that we've got the niche and we've got our magic message, then we went ahead and we created the profile that talks about you specifically. So each profile, hopefully, is individually crafted with your own experience. So again, even though we used the GPT, we took each individual's information, put it in, so the GPT, although it spat out using technically the same process, it spat it out for each person individually. So then you've got your profiles updated. So now there's an about section that tells people a little bit about you, shows people that you're human, tells them what you do, gives them a bit of insight into your character, a little bit about your personality, your values, etc. Right, and it starts to highlight the particular group of people that you deal with. And then we went into the experience section where we got more into the nuts and bolts, where we said, okay, this is actually what we do. And I kind of just listed out all of the things, again, specifically for that group of people, right? So that's the groundwork that you've done. And I know as you were going through it, it was like, does this ever have a point? There's a lot of work to do, but now hopefully you will see the point all comes together in one fell swoop. And this is now where, for example, using Sales Navigator helps. So we did a couple of things, right? I had a couple of sessions, and I started off with you guys and I showed you how to use LinkedIn, because the majority of you are only going to be able, well, not anymore, but certainly before you had Sales Navigator, you were only going to be able to use LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has some restrictions. So if you don't have Sales Navigator, it limits you on quite a lot of things. So the first thing that it limits you on is the ability to send a connection note with your first message. And it also limits you to 200 characters as opposed to 300 that you can send now. If you're sending a connection request as somebody that has Sales Navigator. And it doesn't matter if you've got the trial or you're actually paying it. LinkedIn doesn't discriminate. It's just like, if you've got it, you've got it. So now you'll be able to do that, and you can send more messages typically. So down the line, you'll be able to send more. Now, here's what I want you guys to do if you haven't. Now that you've got Sales Navigator, okay, you've done the first part of this exercise really well. So you guys have got profiles that have been upgraded. LinkedIn runs on an algorithm. They got 1.2 billion people. All right, there's no human that's looking over us to say, has Nkata fixed his profile? Okay, he's been a good boy. We'll give him some love. No. There's an algorithm that's created, and as long as you kind of tick the boxes, the algorithm gives you more and more love, so to speak, on LinkedIn. So what I want you guys to do, if you haven't, and I know we've spoken about this before, if this is your first week where you're really starting to send messages, but now particularly now that you've got upgraded profile and you've got Sales Navigator, now you're actually in a really good spot, because LinkedIn has already raised you up in the algorithm because of those two things. First week, you send 10 connection requests a day. The second week, you send 15. The third week, you send 20. Okay. So how this works is that when we start, everybody starts the same. LinkedIn says you get 100 connection requests a week. That's it. No more. However, when we do what I've just told you, they will let you get to 200 connection requests a week. 200 is double 100. It's doubly good. So you want to be in that position. Even if you don't send 200, you want LinkedIn to give you the ability to send 200. So just going back to what we said, week 1, 10, week 2, 15 a day for a week. Week 3, 20 a day for a week. Week 4, 25 a day for a week. If you are successful with that, right, then what LinkedIn is basically telling you is that they have stepped you from 100 to 200. It doesn't go in between. Then the next week you can just send 40 a day. Like you don't have to step it anymore. The minute you break the 100 barrier, you've gone from 100 to 200, end of story, right? There's no scaling or anything like that. So that's your goal, is to scale to get from 100 to 200, because that opens up your world dramatically. That doubles your opportunity. That's huge. Okay, so all this cool shit that we've done now, when you get to double that opportunity, that's exactly what it is. That's going to help you to book a lot more meetings. So that's game plan for all of you if you haven't. Like, I know Gert's been at it, but some of you might not have been. You missed bits and pieces. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 40. Okay. Very cool in order to do that. Did I share with you guys the tool called Get Very Fast? I can't remember if I shared it with you. I haven't. Okay. You're going to love me for this. Let me share this puppy with you. I'm going to go find a place where it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Let's grab this. Okay. You guys need Google Chrome for this. Sorry, I'm just moving everything to the another screen. You need Google Chrome for this. And what this is it's a little Chrome extension called Get Very Fast. Okay, so if I click on this Chrome extension, all right, what this does is it is it allows you to create templates. Okay, so one of the sessions we did is we went through and we worked out why you are valuable, and we could create templates that we could send the same message to like a whole bunch of people. The problem is that right now you have to copy and paste. So copy paste is a pain in the ass because it's like copy paste, and then I taught you there's something that you must do is you want to always put in their first name. Hi Gert, and then the message, not just hi or just the message, right? Because remember, on LinkedIn, what you guys are trying to do is you're trying to build something that's very personal. It's a personal profile, it's a social platform. We want to have conversations. This is the real skill, by the way. So everything we've done up till now has just positioned us. The real skill set happens now, and that's with the messaging. Because the messaging is what makes you get in front of people. And so the goal is that you want to start conversations. You want to start as many conversations as you can. Doesn't matter what the conversation's about, actually. Okay, you just need to get speaking to people, and when you're speaking to them, then you can tell them what you do, and often they will be interested because you've built a bit of rapport. So this is our goal. So creating a template, what I'm about to show you is the only thing that this tool does, but it does it very well. So if we create a new template, so let's just say, and actually let's just let me just get your profile quickly so I can demonstrate with you. Okay, so sorry, let's move this thing out the way. This is so many tricks. I'll show you that trick on another day. It's not for today. For today is this, right? So I want to send him a message, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's just, because I'm too lazy to type. I'm going to very fast. I'm going to create a template. So we'll have Kitamitsu test, right? And then you'll see here, you also have an option to put in a subject line. That's because this works on LinkedIn and it works on Google. So if you've got Gmail, this works there as well, which is fantastic. So you can send emails and LinkedIn messages using the same tool. So if I was going to put one, I would just do this. But like what I might say here, thanks for connecting. Thanks for connecting, right? So maybe that's my subject line. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to write the message here. So I'm going to say hi. And then what happens is you see there's some variables down here. I go space and then I click on this variable, right? Now what this is going to do is it automatically pulls their name in. And if they don't, it can't find the name for some reason, it says, hey there. So it's either going to say, hey Kitamitsu, or hey there. There's one of those two things. So I say, that's cool. And then it puts a placeholder as Clark. But if I click on it, you'll see that's what it actually looks like. And then I'm going to say to him, you should get a copy of getveryfast.com. That's the actual website. Okay. It will give you 40 free messages a month. We should spell that right, otherwise we'll be wrong enough when we send the message. I'll give you 40 free messages a month. After that, it costs, I think it's $20. $20 for 3 months of unlimited messages. Okay. Regards, James. Okay. So what I've done is I've created a template, right? So boom, I create the template. Now, what I'm going to do is now I can go back in here. So I'll have to just refresh this page because I've updated my template. Now what's going to happen is when I come to send him a message, so obviously being a first ever connection, I can send him a message. So I send him a message. And now you'll see that this little lightning bolt, which is the same as you see up here, Get Very Fast. So I know Get Very Fast is activated, right? Because I signed up with the Gmail account that's on this particular. Now all I've got to do is click this. So now what you can see is all of the templates that I have been using come up in here. So all the templates that I've created, if I go back here, you'll see I have tons and tons and tons of templates. Tons of templates. Go on and on for all sorts of things. I saw a couple of tests. I don't know if I've deleted them. Henk. So I don't need Henk as a test. He can go. Link test, that can go. See if there's anything else I don't need. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just delete those. But all of these messages I've already got as a template. Okay. So anytime you'll find yourself typing the same reply over and over. Like for example, I often offer people a lead magnet. So say, hey, would you like a copy of my book? If they say yes, then I've got to type a message to say, here's the book, right? Like I've typed that fucking message a million times. I don't want to type it again. I just click the button and it puts it in, right? So these are the last messages that I used. So I will scroll down now because it will be close to the bottom because I just added it recently. There's the new one, right? So watch this. Now, watch the box down at the bottom here, the message box. As I click it, look what happens. It takes the message exactly like I typed it, and it puts it in, including the first name. The first name, which it, this thing, fucking pain in the ass. The first name, which it pulls from here. It'll do exactly the same thing for you if it's on Gmail, right? So like if I'm in Gmail, for example, and I've got a message, whatever it is, and I click reply, you'll see there it is. If I click on it, same thing. Let's say I pop that in. Hello? Be cautious. Yeah, man. There you go. Obviously I tried to find, because that's the name, so it looks crazy. But you see, you can do exactly the same thing on your emails as you can with LinkedIn. So this is a very cool little tool. So click. Now if I can edit this. Here you go. All right, and I'll send it. All right, now you should see it in your messages. You should see this. And if we open this puppy,
Yes.
so leaving LinkedIn, yes, it will take you here. So I'm going to give the rest of you. I'll just put for the rest of you. I'll just put this link in the chat. So just click on it. It's free. Go there now. So we'll let Kitamitsu. I'm going to stop the share. Kitamitsu, go there, and let's just get you sorted. So everybody else just follow along. Do as he does. Share the screen and let's just go and get it for you.
All right.
Okay, so being a Chrome extension, just scroll up to the top. I've literally shown you everything you need to know. So there, where top right is a button that says get started. Click that. Are you in Chrome, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So add to Chrome. Okay, it's obviously added to Chrome. Scroll. So it should be fine. So yeah, click the puzzle piece. Should be there somewhere. There it is. Pin it, and you are set. Click on it. Go type messages, and you're A4 away. Let's go.
Nice.
All right, Chris. You can love and leave us. We're good with that. So now you obviously need to log in with this particular account. So by virtue of the fact that you log in, then because it's a Chrome extension, now it knows. Okay, that's how it adds the two things together. So once you've done that, it just works. That's flipping awesome. So So just to let you know, a couple of tricks if you want to, because if you don't want to pay $20, because you know what happens, like when you've used this thing for 40, and then once you do pay, you get very upset because you get used to using it and it's nice. It's like it's much better than copy paste. So then it's like, don't want to pay $20 for 3 months. You may not. I do because I use it all that time. It's like it's one of my favorite tools, but you might not want to. So the first time you have it, what it will do when it gets to 40, it will ask you to do a little survey. Say yes. It's 3 questions, like literally. Yes, click. Will you refer us? Yes. How do you rate us? Just click, click, click. Do the survey. It'll give you another 40. So the first month you'll get 80 messages. Okay. Then after that, now you screwed on that account. If you have a different Gmail account, you can pull the stunt again. So if like me, you've got multiple Gmail accounts for various things. If you've got 3 Gmail accounts, you can do this 3 times 40 or 3 times 80 first month trick. Otherwise, just pay the damn $20 and enjoy it. Might well be worth it for you. Okay. So, but it's a really cool tool. It helps you send messages. It's fantastic. Does one thing and one thing really, really well. Okay. So hopefully that should help quite a bit for you guys. Okay. Let me pause at this point because I think we're kind of at the point now where let's do some stuff. I want to see what you guys have been doing and where the issues are and if we can help. At this point in the process, do any of you have any questions about anything?
Look, James, I have to be honest with you. I still struggle
Gab,
with.
I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Get Dimitri, just talk to me. I just want to hear if it's me or him.
Oh, yes, I can hear Gert.
Can you hear me now?
Are you talking to me? Because then it's me.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Can you hear Gert?
Yes.
Yes.
We can
Okay.
hear
Hold on
Gert.
a second. Clearly, I have a problem. I'm just going to fiddle with my mic for a sec.
Okay.
Can you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Cool. All right. Sorry, that was me. I don't know. Every
No.
now and again, my mic just says, "How's it not doing it?"
No, it's not a problem. But I have to say, I've been playing around with it, but I'm still a little bit of a dumbass when it comes to it. So I'm going to follow you, but I think later we can. I'm going to see how far you go. But I do struggle with it. I get frustrated. I think the problem is more me than what it is the system.
Okay.
Obvious.
So, not obviously. Sometimes LinkedIn does stuff, but again, all it is new, right? That's for all of you. So it's just a case of kind of getting your heads around it. And Kata, how have you progressed? Because I think you've actually been to most of them. I think it was probably just last week, which was the Sales Navigator session, which obviously you should watch because we went into quite a lot of detail there. But how are you otherwise? Are you still in love with your profile? is everything good to go? Are you sending out messages? What's your yeah? Tell me
Yeah.
where you at.
So I haven't sent out messages as yet. I'm still connecting each day. I'm at that stage. I get what do you call people? I get suggestions. Now I get suggestions. I used to just do 10 a day, 10 a day. Now I even get suggestions and
Kata, put your camera on so I know you're there. Is this me is shouting at?
oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Sorry. Let me just hang on a sec. I was trying to check my. What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay. Yeah.
I don't know
So
if everybody can hear me.
yeah, I can. I think we
Okay.
can.
Yes. I
Oh
can hear.
yes, I was saying that I haven't sent messages as yet. I'm at the stage where I'm still connecting. Each day I'm connecting. That's what I've been keeping doing.
Okay,
But I
but you
haven't sent messages yet.
so well. I mean that's the same thing. You sent a blank message. That's what you did when you send a connection request. So you've been doing 10, right? So this
Yeah.
week you must do 15. Okay. Every day.
Okay.
Don't skip. Be lazy on this because this is the thing that's that consistency that gets you. And then the next week you'll do
Yeah.
20 and then 25, and then you can go to 40, right? So
Yeah.
there are automation tools which will help with this. The one I use is probably the cheapest one on the market, and one of the best because of safety. It'll cost you $15, 15 a month. So you need to decide whether you want to make that investment. But I'll tell you from personal experience, to try to send 200 connection requests manually is a fucking tall order. Even the 10 you're sending, right?
Mm.
That's fine if you're just clicking a button, but what you really should be doing is not just clicking a button, is just send connection requests to the right people, right? You
Mm.
spent that first bit of time with me working out who the right people are, optimizing your profile for those people. Now you must send the connection request to those people. Don't waste the connection request on people that are not that person. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Okay.
Yes.
So be vigilant with that. So even when you get suggestions, look at the suggestion and say, are they bankers? So for now, that's all I want you to concentrate on. Like just connect with people at the bank, because that's what we said. That's your niche. Just stay in your lane. Don't move out of it. Look, if somebody sends you a connection request, take it. Like don't say no, right? Accept anything that comes in. But for you sending out, only send to bankers, right? Because that's who you've identified. And I'll tell you why this is important, actually for a lot of reasons. When you send, when you start on LinkedIn and you start to do the different searches for your ideal client, what happens is that LinkedIn starts to learn about you, right? It's got very, very powerful AI. So it starts to say, oh, Nkata searching, he searches for banking people. He engages with content about banking. He posts content about banking. Then that algorithm starts to get clever. And what it starts to do is it starts to show your posts to people in banking because it's made the connection, right? So you're doing nothing other than just teaching it about you. And then it on its own, the algorithm starts to feed your post. So you start to actually get eyeballs on your post where maybe you don't up until now. When you send somebody a connection request and they accept the connection request, and particularly afterwards, if there's another message and there's messages going backwards and forwards, what LinkedIn does is it shows your, it's for the first 2 weeks, I think it is, it will actually show your posts in their feed because it's so recent. If they start to engage, then LinkedIn says, okay, cool, and will continue to show your posts. If they don't engage, then obviously it will drop off. But the point is that they get to see it. So they're getting to see you and getting a little bit of visibility as things stand. Then the other thing is, because now you've got this community of in your case, just the banking community. Who do they know? They know other people in the banking community. So that's who they're connected to. So you're doing a search, and let's say it's early on, and you do a particular search, and maybe there's 1,000 people, right, that are second level connections. And then you send out your 15 connection requests for the week, and let's say 8 of them say yes. What's just happened is that all of those 8 people's networks are now in your network. So all of their first level connections are now in your network. So you come the next day, tomorrow, you do exactly the same search as you did today. Today is 1,000 people, tomorrow is 2,500, because it's exponential, because it's growing. So this whole idea and this concept of having the niche is so powerful on LinkedIn. It's a lot more than it seems, because the LinkedIn universe will really reward you in so many ways. So long-winded way of saying to you, just stick to your knitting and just be consistent with it. Just stay in that zone, stay in that lane, and just keep doing that same thing, and you'll see amazing success will come your way. So just keep doing that. All right, cool. Edward, show yourself. Tell me your story. See where you're at. Let's see if we're gonna what we need to do to get you on the same page as everyone.
Right. Here.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. I'm on the same stage as Nkata.
So you
so
you've
I've
got profile
started with-
profile sorted. You've got your niche dialed in. Who's your
Yeah.
niche?
Yo, I think I've skipped that part.
You can't skip that
So I
part.
went straight to
No, you must go back and
Yeah.
do that. And if you have to change your profile, no, that part's important, man.
Yeah, I was also going for banking people, but I don't see that niche working for me.
Yeah, you must work in a niche where you are comfortable, where there's an authentic reason for you to be there. For him, there's an authentic reason. He used to work there. He knows these books backwards. He's one of them,
Yeah.
right? For him, it makes total sense. It's like, what did you do before? Like, what interests do you have outside of this? Spoke to a guy this morning, a hell of an interesting guy, doing a lot of work, not as a player, but loves sports and sponsors all sorts of sports things, particularly cricket. I was like, okay, well, guess what the niche is, dude? It's not rocket science. Just stick in your lane. If the niche is very small, like cricket will eventually get exhausted. Then it's like, okay, now we'll just do other sports because it's still sports. There's still something for me to talk to. So you're a rugby player, I'm a cricket player. I can still connect because we connect on the competitive sports level, the psychological level. We have something else to connect with because what you can see, right? Look at that. Chaz telling us he's got 200 connections in 2 weeks. Good man, right? He's chucking along, doing what he needs to. So yeah, just the consistency and the building of everything. Just keep going. Build that niche. Keep going, but you must get yourself a niche, eh? I promise you it makes this so much easier. If not, you're just going to be some other financial advisor momentum that sells stuff. That's who everybody else is currently. Like you guys are now separating yourself from the pack of everyone else. So you're becoming very specific. So even if one of your colleagues, you're up against one of your colleagues, like Nkata, if he's dealing with a banker, even if it's Virgil, promise Nkata's winning the business 9 times out of 10. Virgil might get it once because he's more experienced. But 9 times out of 10, because there's the affinity, you understand it, there's authenticity there, you'll find it's so easy to do, easy to start conversations, easy to talk, easy to understand what's going on, easy for them to relate. That's what it's all about. Okay, so you must do that. Okay, it's important. Did you get have you got that GPT? The one for picking a niche. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a bit of a pain if you don't have the premium version because I apologize for this. I actually did not realize when I built it that it takes 3 sessions to get through if you're not. So what happens with the AI is that it's quite expensive to run these things. So what they do is they limit us. They call it tokens. That's the amount of access you can get. And then what they do is they just shut you off for a while. So you'll start the thing, you'll get a few questions in, and then it says, okay, well, you've run out of tokens. And then it'll tell you come back in 6 hours or 8 hours or whatever it is. And then you just carry on. There's 26 questions, so it'll take you 2 or 3 goes to get through, but do it. Answer the questions as in depth as you can. Like that's really the key thing I can tell you. Put as much information in as you can, because the more information you give it about yourself, the better the result will be, because it's looking specifically at you, and it will give you like really, really good answers. Okay, so you need to go back to do that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
You-
yeah, I've
you're in a tough
completed a
spot.
bit of it. Yeah, but now I'll get to it.
All right, cool. Okay, so I think I know where the other two. Get to Mitya, how are you doing message wise? What's up there with you?
Alright, so I haven't done messages, and today, like, I started like trying to connect with people. So I've connected with 3 so far. So, well, no, I've sent requests to 3 so far. Then I'm going to look for 7 more, and then I've tried to join like 2 groups with business women in South Africa. So I'm going to look for more groups like with women in business and corporate.
Okay, so let's do him because he's actually the hardest of all of you, and the reason he's the hardest is because he's chosen. Is it single moms or just moms?
Single moms.
Single moms, right? So like LinkedIn's a business platform, so there's no category for like single moms. Banking we can find, financial services we can find, right? Single moms not so much. So we have to do a little bit of out the box thinking. So let me show you something. And this is just for all of you, by the way, just not just for him, as I'm about to show you. We're just going to use him because it's a good example. So if you go into ChatGPT, okay, and in fact, let me cheat because I can. Where did we do? Where did I send you? I'll do it here. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally copy everything on your profile. This is a very cool trick, by the way. Okay. I copy everything on this profile. Then I'm going to go to ChatGPT. Okay. And so what I want to do is I'm going to tell ChatGPT. So I'm just going to do the voice message. I'm going to give you a copy of the LinkedIn profile of a young South African financial advisor whose target market is single moms. I want you to do a little bit of an analysis and tell us all of the different ways that we can find single moms using either LinkedIn or using Sales Navigator. Okay, he's going to tell me to put the profile in. Right, pop the profile. Show it. Sorry. Once I've seen the profile, I'll add everything. Yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's give you the profile. Sorry, it must still be busy. That's why it's. So it's, sorry, I tried to put the profile out. Obviously, I couldn't put it in as I'm talking to it. It only takes one command at a time. Let it just finish. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So let's just see what it did. It did this outer profile, right? So we've given it some context. Okay. So it's a profile of young South African advisor targeting single. While I wait for the cocky as well, right? Here's a quick preview of what we might reverse engineer targeting single moms, right? So it's telling us job titles. So here's the thing, right, that you want to think about always, and this is for all of you. When you are using the LinkedIn or the Sales Navigator filters, sometimes, like in this case, it's like a really good case study because it's not obvious. What you've got to do is you've got to take as much information as you know about your ideal client, and you've got to try to extrapolate it into what you have to work with. In other words, the LinkedIn or Sales Navigator filters. So this is exactly what ChatGPT has done here, right? It says, look, being in their 30s to 50s, there's a very good chance right? Statistically, and you and I might not know this, but ChatGPT has been trained on so much data that it knows this. That's why we're asking it. So now it's gone into its big database and it's come up and it says, I think that people, so women, mothers, that are aged between 30 and 50 are probably the ideal target market for you. That's what this is its initial thought process. Okay. So it's telling us, so in Sales Navigator, we're looking for seniority in years because that's one of the filters that we have available, right? So it's saying, let's look for people between 30 and 50. There's no actual filter that allows you to do that, right? So the filter that you have to use is the one called years in position, or maybe seniority. And so we're doing the best that we can. So we know what we're trying to do and we're saying, okay, how can we do it? Let's see. So these are, so have them hold stable job titles, and it's given you a couple of examples, maybe more general, right? Then the geography, where would they be? At this point, it doesn't know, so it's having a guess, but obviously South Africa. Gender, use the seniority and gender combo. There's no gender filter on LinkedIn, so Sales Navigator now has a gender filter. That's interesting. We don't have it in South Africa. So sometimes what happens with Sales Navigator, when they roll out new things, they test stuff. This will be so cool if we can get a gender filter. I've been crying for it for forever. So what they'll do is they roll it out to a few beta testers. So sometimes beta testers as in individuals, and then they'll roll it out to regions. So even if they were rolling it out in South Africa, like only some of us would get it. So this is news to me. I didn't even know that this was happening. So all right, cool. We don't have it, but if we did, we could. So if not available, use name-based inference tools to narrow. Okay, that's a lot of effort, but yes, we could. Keywords in the bio, right? So remember when we were doing that session on Boolean search, I said to you, if you use the search filter, the keyword filter, it searches the entire profile. This is now where you can throw keywords in. So you would put in single mom, or mom of two, working mom, career woman, or mompreneur, financially independent, supportive environment for my kids, right? So these are the sorts of keywords that you can put in there to uncover. And we'll go play with all of these suggestions in a minute. So this method only works if you've made it part of, if they've made it part of the identity. So maybe they will, maybe they won't, right? But it does catch a few gems. So that's what we're looking for. Then we've got groups. So this is the obvious one. So do we have groups, working moms in South Africa? I don't know if these are real or just made it up, but it's giving you examples. So we spoke about groups, and then company size and industry. Think of industries. This is very clever. Think of industries where single moms are often employed. Okay. And it's given us some ideas. So you didn't think you had an industry bias. Guess what? ChatGPT just gave you an industry bias. Very cool how this whole thing fits together, right? Also, like, I'm looking at this idea of education. I'm again thinking outside the box a little bit here. So I'm just talking to you as this comes to mind. What do single mothers have to do with their children during the day? Because they still have to work. They got to leave them somewhere. So they can leave them at a creche. So guess what? Connecting with people that own institutions that look after kids, like after school tutors, creches, one can travel clubs, whatever. These are all good people for you to connect with, because through them you can find the moms. Okay. Hopefully it's making a little bit of sense. Remember, we spoke about going direct and going indirect. This would be an indirect. But anyway, here's some ideas for you. So now it tells us, only once I've seen the advisor's profile can I fine tune all of this, sketch it out. So I'll give you specific Boolean search strings, ideal connection message angles, DM frameworks, content themes. So let's have a look. What did it tell you? So that's all you, just copy paste, bing, 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 bing. And let's see. So that was generic without it. I'm actually glad this happened, because now you're going to see the difference of when you're just general and when you're specific. So let's have a look at this. So what's working well? Clear mission, driven about section, desire to help mothers, comes across as authentic and compelling. Okay. So it did a good job there. Defined the target market, single mothers who are growing in their careers. Okay, so I didn't actually prompt that, but I prompted single moms, but growing in their careers, striving to help their children blossom as an emotional and practical niche. Real examples. Okay, Edward, cool, no worries. Real example, right? Monitoring clients from Transnet, Pathcare, FNB, and Hollywood Bets at social proof and subtly hints at income level and job types. Okay. Opportunities to tighten. So the headline could speak more directly to single moms. Currently, if I could give you plan, helping single moms build financial security and plan for their children's future in just 3 weeks. Okay, so you may not want to change, but it's interesting how it, you know, probably a few months ago, this would have just answered the question I asked. Now it's getting so intuitive because I do a lot of this shit, so it's starting to work out because this is my GPT. You might not get this, I don't know, but it's starting to work out all the other stuff, and it just starts to just do stuff. It's amazing actually. So we didn't ask it for this, but hey, it's here. So let's have a look. Background image is generic or missing. Suggest one that is visually speaks to moms. Oh, of course it can't see it because I copied and pasted, so it doesn't know. Okay, so we'll ignore that one. View my services is okay, but she'd benefit from a profile banner CTA. Okay, well you don't know because you can't see it. Right, how do we find them? So let's see. So LinkedIn and sales nav. So we had that general one we saw earlier. Now let's have a look at this. So the industries that often attract professionals working mothers due to stability and benefits. Now this will know also, and you probably saw from earlier when it was talking to us, it's adapted to South Africa, okay? Because it's kind of picked that up. And when I prompted it, I did say South African financial advisor. So healthcare. So Sales Navigator filters healthcare services, hospitals, clinics, financial services, banking, and financial services. So financial services that are not obviously what you guys do, because financial services is huge. There's other companies. I don't know that I would do the rest of financial services. Banking maybe. Let's see. Retail and FMCG, government, a lot of stuff there. Education, admin. Okay, so some ideas. So you test. These are not fail-proof, but it's at least getting you to think. And if these are not the right ones for you, and you can think of others, then you go there. So job titles. So use this filter in Sales Navigator. So what it's done is it said admin assistant. So remember we spoke about Boolean. I just copy this. We spoke about Boolean search, right?
Yes.
So this is what it's given you. So it's saying you want admin assistant or office manager or HR manager or teacher or nurse or project coordinator. So what it did was it took all these ideas and it just created the Boolean. So now literally you can copy this thing. You go to Sales Navigator. Sales Navigator, whatever it is. You go into your lead fields. Now you're doing a search. You literally just copy it in. Boom. There we go. Right. So if I do that, it's going to give me 88 million results. I've given it nothing else. But if I go down here now, let's say South Africa. I say South Africa. So now we've got these folks in South Africa. Okay. So that's kind of what it's done. It's given you all the people that have got these somewhere on their profile. We've got 1 million people. Okay. So if that was a good search, it's not the greatest yet, right? You're gonna still refine it, but it's a start. Okay. And it's a start because you've based it on something intelligent. Next thing, known employers. So again, so let's do no, let's not do Transnet because they've got 17,000 branches. Let's go to oh shit, sorry. Shouldn't have done that. Let me go back here. If we go to accounts, which is not something that you can do on, you can't do this on LinkedIn. You can only do this on Sales Navigator. I can find the company. So if I search for companies, there's Pathcare. So if it's got 2 million employees, right? If I just open this in a new tab, now what it's going to do is in Sales Navigator, it's here under the current company, it's got Pathcare. I could have typed it in, but I wanted to make sure it was the right one. There's 2,000 employees. These are all employees at Pathcare. So now you can go through this. I don't even have to tell it South Africa because it knows it's a South African company. That's like, it's a cheat sheet, right? So that's what GPT has suggested that you do over here. You can do any of these companies. So then you're going to search for women working in these companies, and maybe you're going to look at non-executive, non-C-suite roles. So it's giving you seniority levels: entry, senior, and manager. So it's kind of picked this up from your profile. So what that means is, we can go back to the earlier one that we did even. Let's go back to leads. Oh, so I've changed it now. So let's go back and do geography, South Africa. So we do South Africa. Let's go and grab our Boolean search again. Sorry, I messed that up when I went to the other filter, right? So now we're back to our million. So just going back to chat, it's telling us in seniority. And again, this is not something that's very easy to do on LinkedIn, but you can do it. You can still use these job titles, but on Sales Navigator, it's clear. So we were looking for entry senior manager, right? So if we go, you know, let me just I can actually find it easily, right? So we now go back here and looking at our role-based filters under seniority level, right? So you'll see there's entry level. Entry level may or may not be, because again, you have to determine whether they're going to have the money to be able to pay for your stuff, right? So I might skip entry level. So you also have to think about it this way, because at the end of the day, you got to sell some stuff. Entry level is quite a hard sell, right? But all these others are kind of lower level. In training, no. Experienced manager, maybe, right? Senior, maybe. The others are there's a lot of ownership type level stuff. And again, because of the job titles, you're seeing not a lot of these other people. But now it's down to 640,000 results, right? So if we had decided that was a good idea, and all right, maybe I'm being too harsh. Let's do entry level actually. Just see what that gives us. If I'd only done entry level, it's probably going to be a lot because it's the type of jobs. So 280,000. So like this first person, so Crystal, yeah, she's an office manager, so she might actually be perfect. In terms of what's going on here. Okay, so that's sort of how we're applying this. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we'll create a saved search. So now we want to find single mom cues from profiles or posts. Okay, so use Sales Navigator keyword search. So again, it's given me another. Let's copy this. It's given me another Boolean search, right, for keywords. So actually, let me just show you what that looks like before I copy it. Right, so this one is searching for single mom, mom of two, working mother, blah, 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 right? So we go back here now. I'm just going to open a new Sales Navigator. It's the easiest way to do this so that I don't mess up the filters again. We go back into lead filters. We'll go to South Africa. And now, so you'll see 13 million, right? That's the size of our market. And now I'm going to paste that Boolean search in and let's see what comes up. 677 results. So this could be very good for you. Financial consultant, maybe not so much because we don't know what the financial consultant does. But if we click on the see more button, so she's a CASO, so probably not selling what you sell. Compliance and accounting and finance, extensive experience. She's probably got money as well. She's good. Financial advisor, discovery, not so much. Okay, so you can ignore her. She's no good. Property practitioner, estate agent. Yeah, could be. Now, for some reason, oh, she even tells you, mompreneur. Like, there you go, self-employed. And he's holding her baby, right? So, there, again, chief buyer, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know what this is. Let's go see if we open this profile, if we can find. Let's see what's on here. Hardworking, dedicated, internal compliance, accounting, extensive, respect to relationships. I value family, mother of 3. Huh? So you know.
Yeah.
Now, let's say that you weren't sure. Now what you got to do, I prefer, by the way, even though we found her on Sales Navigator, I want to go see her on LinkedIn, right? Because Sales Navigator is to find people. LinkedIn is the one we all understand. So this chickie poo here, she's a wife, mother, CASA. Okay, so she's been around the block a little bit. Now, I'm going to now go to experience section, and I'm going to see that she qualified in 2006. So if she qualified in 2006, I know that that's probably a 4-year degree. So let's say she didn't go to the army, so that means in 2006 she was 24-ish, give or take, 23, 24, right? To now, right? If I'm adding that on, so she's about 40 something. So she's probably got young kids. She's probably freaking perfect. This is how you think about this shit. So instead of just like bombing it out, because you're asking yourself, is she qualified, right? So from a simple Boolean search, where you type this in, now you've got like key people, and you can literally go into each profile, right? So even though there's no filter on LinkedIn that says single mother, we can find it. And so let's pull that same stunt here, shall we? On LinkedIn, do the same thing. Let's see what happens. We want to go to people. And we want to go to locations, and we want South Africa. Show results. 749. Okay. Mother of 3. He'll tell you so much to write. Okay. So this Boolean search is amazing. Okay, and when you've outdone mompreneur, etc., come up with new keywords. Okay, these were just some examples. Okay, so are you starting to see how to find mothers? And you didn't even have to work this out. ChatGPT told you everything. I'm just showing you what ChatGPT says. Let's see what else. So groups and hashtags. South African working moms. So let's go play the group game. Let's just go back here. So let's go here. So I'm now going to go to probably going to get rid. Yeah, I'm going to groups. Okay. Then obviously I've got to get rid of this. I'm just going to say mom or mother. Let's see what groups do we have. So all sorts. I could have even done single mom entrepreneurs. Okay, so let's go look at this group. So this group has got 200 to 2,500 people, right? Dedicated music board, sharing tips, tricks, being a single mother and being an entrepreneur. Or current blah blah blah. There's a Facebook group. Okay, cool. If this was me, well, if I'm you, I might be joining this group. If you were a member of this group, you would be able to see all of these people, right? I'm not going to join the group because I don't care. Single entrepreneur moms. You, on the other hand, should go into the join button. Sometimes you join automatically. Sometimes you've got to wait for them to let you in. But if I show you a different group, let's just use marketing. Let's see, marketing for accountants. Just to show you the principle, in case you've forgotten. So any group, sorry. So anywhere where I can view posts means I'm a member of the group. So I'll just pick this first one for illustrative purposes. Now, here are all the members, right? And I can show all. So if I click show all, what it's going to do is it's showing me all 2090 of them. But it's a baller because I've got to scroll for days. Scroll for days. However, what I can do is I can go and grab this name. And let's just open another. I have 12,000 Sales Navigator tabs by the time this is finished. We're going to Sales Navigator. We're going to leads. I'll come down here to groups. Now, if you are not a member of the group, this will not help you. You have to be a member, right? So I'm a member of this group. So technically it should come up. So I've got these 3 groups. So this is the one we were looking at. So if I select it now, okay, now what's happened is I've got all the people. So it's the same as this 2090, right? There's not quite sure why I've got less, but anyway. But what I can now see, it's probably because there's some inactive people there. I probably got all the active people there. What I can see is the people, and I can use these filters. So now we can go back to this Boolean. Well, the first thing we can do is say how many of these are in South Africa. There might be nothing. I don't know. Let's see. Right, they're 10. Okay. Well, Simon's clearly a single mother. But there you go. Like these people are. We know this. Hey. Oh, I'm in a marketing group. Sorry. I'm confusing myself. I wondered why I was seeing myself in a that I wasn't supposed to join. Okay, so these are the South Africans in the group. So this is a great way to do it. And typically there's going to be less. If when we pull this trick, we said, sorry, this one, South Africa. Let's see what we get now. Nothing. Really? Seriously, are we that shit in South Africa? We don't have a group for mothers. Yeah, I said her mums. Households. Okay, mums. Sorry. Mother or mums. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. All right, so sometimes you're more successful on groups than others. Okay, so now you got to think outside the box. So we'll come back to this just now. All right, let's go back to our chattels. So hashtags. So hashtags, working mom. All right, let's go with that. So now same deal is we now we go to posts, right? Now, and now instead of marketing for accountants, we can pop hashtag working moms. Now you're gonna see all the people that post shit about working mothers. Okay. So this person, whatever this is, change never easier and exciting, stepping into a new career, mix of emotions, avoiding being honest, blah blah blah. It doesn't look like kids to me. Housewife. March 2025. I finished a piece about a year ago. I think it's sabbatical. I hesitated to share and focus on my kids. Okay, so let's see. Whoever comments on this post, these people here, well, let's see, who are they? So Meriden Ball. So again, the strategy isn't always best for you because you'll see none of these people are in South Africa. So this might not be great. What LinkedIn does tend to do, by the way, is it'll show you the South Africans first. I mean, it's not a strategy you can use, but you might have found of the 21, there were only 1 or 2. Okay, none of these people look like they're from our neck of the woods. Let's see the people that gave it a heart. Procter Gamble, yeah, pretty much same. Okay, so not absolutely ideal, but let's say working mom. Let's try South Africa, right? Teresa Strauss. Let's see what she says. Recruit my mom. That's like an outsourcing site. But that might be quite a good place for you to find people. Also, experience. Okay. Needs. Recruit My Mom has published a comprehensive research report on the experience and needs of skilled working women in South Africa. Someone who already recognizes the value of hiring women. Okay, so that's not really what we're looking for. Mimi here. He's empathy advocate. More and more professionals embrace remote working as preferred career path. Many mums are discovering. Okay, so she's in the mum, like shit's happening. So again, she's in South Africa. So this probably be a way better one for you, right? So Natalie, she is head of customer experience in the media group. So again, we're not sure. It was very nice of them not to tell us. But these are all the people, right? So I could now open Natalie and open Adina, and I don't think Jubur is the right person for you. Let's try Fatima. So let's have a look. Okay, so Malta, no. Lekker weer Pierre. Okay, so Adina is okay, so you could reach out to Adina. Fatima is in Los Angeles. Okay, so you're going to work a little bit harder, but at least you know without question. And then when you do the outreach, you say, hey, I saw you liked Mimi's post on whatever, you need to read this or ask ChatGPT to tell you what it's about. I saw you like Mimi's post on this. I do a lot of work with single moms. It's a big passion of mine. Love to connect. Ching, send. Right? Oh, you saw did the post. The empathy, they look at the profile, it's all congruent. See how this works. Okay. So
Yes.
let's see what else Chattel tells. Okay, and you can pull the same stunt for all of these, right? But as you saw, best to add in South Africa if you can, because otherwise it's all over the shop. So some of these things are better than others. You've got to play around. These are all ideas that it's giving you. Okay, these are great for engaging and commenting, sending connection requests. Okay, content engagement as a signal. So posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days, combined with industry roles. So let's go back here. I need to close some of them. I got way too much to open here. Let's get rid of this. That can go. That can go. That can go. Let's leave this. So at the moment, we've got 667 people in this particular list, right? But we've got up here, under the recent updates, we know that 4 of them have changed jobs recently. So these 4 people have changed jobs recently. So 3 months in the role, 3 months in the role, 3 months in the role, 4 months in the role. Okay, so relatively recently that they've changed jobs. So there might be an opportunity, right? Because changing our job is a trigger. Also, if it's not them, 75 of them have posted on LinkedIn. So you know that these 75 people are definitely active on LinkedIn. So these are the first 75 people to reach out to before you reach out to the rest. Okay, that's what it's telling you. Because remember, 2 objectives. Objective number 1, find someone who's a mother. Objective number 2, if I'm reaching out on LinkedIn, make sure they're active. Because otherwise you can send a connection request that will never be seen. Okay, so this is the active LinkedIn Sales Navigator filter. And then it's telling you combine your other filters with this. So we just used the Boolean search, right? Then review post history or bio for mentions of kids, phrases like mom raising my children, juggling motherhood and work, etc. Okay, so motherhood, there's a cool one as well. So lots of ideas. Okay, common. So yeah, here's a connection request. Hey, I've worked with a number of single moms in such and such company and noticed many share similar concerns about saving for children's education and secure their retirement. Share simple financial planning tips. Okay, this is not a good connection request. Okay, this screams I want to sell you something. So your connection request, don't tell them what you do. You just connect. And honestly, for some of you, it's maybe better to just send a blank connection request. But for you, I think you can do more, right? Because you're speaking to moms. It's a bit of a passion play. If you can create a connection request that brings that through, but not, hey, I securing retirement, etc. If you didn't say concerns about saving for their children's education, just say concerns about their children's education, right? And you didn't come with this, which screams policy, then this message would be fine. And they're not this, I share simple planning tips. No. It's just like, let's connect. I work with people I work a lot with single moms. It's a big passion of mine. That's all you have to say. That's a reason to connect. Oh, yeah, connects because you're a single mom, right? For them, this is big passion. Single motherhood is like awesome. So that's actually a cuck message. But anyway, bonus lead idea. Free resource title, 5 smart money moves South African single moms who want peace of mind. Okay, I'll talk about lead magnets later. That's next level up. Let's just do one thing at a time. Capture emails, blah, blah, blah. If you'd like, okay. So there you go. From not having any idea to finding literally hundreds of leads. Okay. Then as soon as you start connecting with them, so let me show you the uber coolest trick ever on LinkedIn. So let me use my connections and see. If I click on connections and I click first degree connections. Okay, there's 4 of them. Okay, so let's take Lisa Mosley here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to connections of. Okay, now you can see I've got 23 mutual connections with Lisa. So if I type Lisa's name in here, so I type Lisa, then it will start to bring it up. And now I'm going to look for Lisa Mosley. Lisa Mosley. Really? Okay, there it is. So now what I've done is really? Why? She might have blocked this in her no, she hasn't. It's your fucking problem. Oh, because it's first degree connections. Okay, sorry, let me take that out. Let's go back and type in Lisa Mosley. Let's try that again. So now what's going to happen is it takes Lisa Mosley and it's going to show me all of the people that have got the same search criteria. So all of those things, keywords in the title in South Africa, blah, 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 right? So only one. So you know that Sally here, let's go see. Sally apparently is a single mom, related or connected also as a first ever connection. Your guide to thriving beyond the ground, available on Amazon, balancing brilliance. We can kind of see helping working mothers. So here's another trick. She's helping working mothers, right? So guess what you want to do? You want to connect with her. Why? Because who you think's connected to her? Working mothers. Once you've connected to her, if you pull this stunt, right, like I showed you here, I'm not connected to her, so I won't be able to see this. Actually, yeah, I don't think so. Setting. Yeah, you have to be connected in order to see this. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So you got to be connected to see this. If I was right, I would be able to see all of her Sally. So Sally's got over 500 connections. You see here. She's connected to a lot of single mothers. Okay. Also, she might be writing posts that resonate with single mothers. Okay. So are you starting to see how this all fits together? Okay.
Yes.
Has Gert disappeared? Looks like it.
Yes.
Nkata? Making sense?
Yeah, I see how it goes. Remember, I don't have Sales Navigator, so I'm just envying. That's all I'm doing.
So what you might be able to do, I don't know. Sometimes if you had it and then you cancel the trial and you go back, they'll give it to you for off price. So give you like $6.25 per month for 2 months. It might be worth you doing that. But yeah, otherwise you're just going to have Sales Navigator envy. So let's go and do you then, right? So let's pull Sembrick. Okay, I don't need. All right, so we'll grab you. We will grab profile. Copy profile. We'll go back to ChatGPT. We'll just, in fact, we'll just open a new chat, and then you'll say, I want you to let me know how to use LinkedIn to find the following persons ideal clients on LinkedIn. Matcha is a South African financial advisor with a history of working in the banking industry and would like to target his former colleagues. And say here he does not have Sales Navigator, so your answers must be specific to LinkedIn. Answers even. And then all I would do is bing and go. Okay. See what it says for you. I need the toilet, so you're gonna have to wait for me in anticipation. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's already. I don't. We won't be long. I think I'll normally say we'll take a break, but we won't. Let's just do this, and then we'll go through some stuff for you, and then we'll call it a day. Just give me a sec, because I won't make the next 20 minutes. Otherwise.
Sure.
All right, let's see, what does Chattel say? So, to help you find your ideal clients, former banking colleagues, and other banking professionals in South Africa without Sales Navigator, you can use the free LinkedIn search strategies as follows. Optimizing your profile, thanks for that. We'll skip through that for now. Using LinkedIn free search, finding, so since you worked at FNB, Old Mutual and Momentum, you can find colleagues and ex-colleagues and industry peers with free LinkedIn tools. So again, the same sort of idea with the Boolean search. So let's have a look and see what it looks like for you. FNB, South Africa, and manager. Okay, obviously you won't be doing these guys. So get rid of that, but you might be in retail banking in South Africa, etc. So it's just showing you how to apply the Boolean search. So Boolean is what people who don't have Sales Navigator have got to use. Sales Navigator kind of does it. It gives you a filter. You click a button. Yeah, you've got to be able to think outside the box. So you get, it's not as good as Sales Navigator, but you get a bit closer to it. Okay. So if we were to do that, for example, let's actually just open a brand new tab. Let's just get rid of this shit. Yeah, we don't know. Oh, sales and retail banking. Whoopsie. Manager and Old Mutual. That's what we don't want. Okay, let's just go. If we did that, what would we get? Obviously, we need to go into people. So we're going to people. And then we want to go into South Africa. So let's see what we've got. So we've got 877 people based on that. Yeah, they are. Okay. You could also go to current company and have FNB. So Nedbank. You could do that as well. Let's go back to Chattels. That's what that's all about. Then apply these filters using the location. So we already did South Africa. Connections, first and second, past company. So, sorry. Yeah. We've done South Africa. Here's your connection level. So obviously, if you go into all filters, now you have the opportunity. So we've clicked South Africa. So obviously, first level you don't want. You want preferably second. I always start with second, by the way. It's a good tip for you guys, because second means that we've got at least one first level connection in common. Second degree connections are much more likely to accept a connection request than third degree. Okay, but you can see I've got 543. If I add in the third, then it brings it back up to 854. Okay, but that's what I'm looking for, second and third. The company, and again, I can click any of these. So that maybe let's say I just want FNB. Let's just see. Obviously, it'll bring it down, but I know now these are FNB. FNB obviously does a better job than everyone else in terms of getting people onto LinkedIn, right? Back to all filters. What else have I got? Connections of we looked at before. So this is the same thing. Like when we highlighted, I can't remember her name now. And we saw everybody connected to her, and we found that woman that deals with mothers. These are people that are posting previous jobs, schools. So people going to particular universities, industries. As we said, profile language doesn't matter. We only have one choice in South Africa, that's English. Open to volunteering. These are any of the services not very useful for you. And then the keywords. Here's where you put the title in, the job title. Admin manager, teacher, whatever. Okay. Now, ChatGPT might not be right, by the way, when it comes to those categories that it had chosen. You need to think that through. If you look at it and say, "Oh, that's crap," then ignore it. Okay. But that's how this happens. So, well, let's you see now we're down to 667. Let's see what else chat has suggested. So repeat this for each bank or institution that you've worked at using the roles interacted on. reconnecting with past colleagues. So you go to your experience section, click on each company, see all employees on the company page. Okay, so what that means is this. I'm not a very good example of this actually. Okay, let's try. So we go down to experience section. Let's find something that there's actually people. I have to go back quite far. Okay, these are all smaller. Standard Bank. Let's go here. So what it's saying is, if I go here now and I open up Standard Bank, I was an auditor there, but it's linked it to Standard Bank. So now I get to Standard Bank Group, right? This is their company page. So on the Standard Bank company page, and you can open any company page. You don't have to do it the way that I've just shown you, but what ChatGPT is trying to do is to draw the parallel of where you worked before. Then you'll see here, it shows you so many followers, so many employees. There's 10,000. If I click on this, guess what I'm getting? 10,000 employees that work at Standard Bank. So now 69,000. Holy shit. Because this is the current company. So 69,000 people work at Standard Bank, which is my example. If I want second degree connections, let's see. Now it brings it down to 5,800 and so on and so forth. Okay. But this is how you find it. On Sales Navigator, this is a bit easier because you can use the filters. Yeah, you just have to, you have what you have. You have these filters. So, you know, again, you could use any of this, and you can see it's automatically picked up all of the different institutions. It's on South Africa. I should bring it down a bit again. 5,700, not much. What else have we got? So if I was you, what am I looking for? Followers, past company, don't care. School, don't care. Industry, don't really care. You're working at, I might, let's say banking is just, see, why would you be working at, yeah, I guess you could be there in like in an admin case, but I don't know that matters. Banking is banking. Let's see what happens if I say share results. So this goes to show, like I was telling you the other day, that the industry filter is a little bit tricky. So you've got a bunch of people, apparently only a third of them are actually quote unquote in the banking industry. So this is actually a shitty filter. I would reset that one. Let's get rid of it. All right. Then the only other thing that you would have is down here. You'd need to know what they do. Okay. So let me leave it at that for now. Okay, so you've got that. Then what does the chat say? Personalized connection request posting. So you can see it's given you a lot less options, right? Because there's less you can do, but same rules apply, right? You can still find them in groups, etc. But I mean, they should be quite easy. Like if you're looking for banking, you know who the banks are. Find the company, go find the people. It's not rocket science. If you, let's just say that you wanted, what's a specific job title that would resonate?
You know, I want to be honest with you. With banking, my only, and for lack of a better word, I would say my only target is the sales external guys, because the problem with the job that I'm doing and with banks is that they've got their own internal financial planners, and they're very big on that. Like they've got a department in private banking that deals with that does financial advisory only. In banks, they have situated a financial planner in each and every bank. So I know the mindset of people that work in a bank. They want to, like, you wouldn't want to take a life cover somewhere else. You want to do it with them because then you're enticed by the reward programs like your e-bucks with FNB, your Discovery Miles with your Discovery Banks and all of that. So I'm very skeptical with the guys at the bank. The guys that I'm targeting is the external guys because I know that they get a lot of commission. Their basic is so small, so their contribution to pension is very little. But another problem with them is a bigger chunk of them looks internally for these solutions, not externally. So it becomes they are just brainwashed that way.
Okay, so that's, I mean, that's a very fair comment. It's so fair, in fact, that you might have to consider changing your niche if you don't have enough people.
Yeah, I was looking because I serve quite a number of clients in Transnet, Sasol now. I was thinking of going that route.
So what we could do, let's try something here. Yeah, if we go here, right, we go back to all filters. Instead of saying current, okay, let's go just to yours. So FNB, right? So what we've got here at the minute is we've got all filters, right? So we say we want them in South Africa. We leave the current company.
Mhm.
We go to the past company. We say, okay, they used to work at FNB.
Yeah.
Show us now. Okay. So now you still got something in common. Hey, we worked.
Mm.
Okay. Again, I suppose if the FNB, these are still all in banking. It doesn't really help you. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty serious hurdle to overcome. You might actually have to change. I didn't even think about it when you mentioned it. It just was such a logical fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a big ass problem. So when you talk about the external sales guys, what do you mean by that?
So the external sales guys are the guys that they're sales guys that go look for business. Like they go open accounts. So the external, they work with the branches, but they don't sit in branch. They are sort of like field consultant sort of thing. Like they go out, open business accounts at companies or at your workplace. They get leads straight from call center. They don't sit in a branch. Like when you want to open an account, you go into a branch. They don't do that. So they work on commission.
Okay, well, we've got this banking consultants. There's 1900. What are the private advisor, broker consultant, claims consultant. So okay, so do we do end sales maybe? $1,400. Okay. Financial consultant, sales service consultant, bank teller, team leader, sales and service consultant, sales consultant.
Those type of people, the sales consultants.
Sales are very good, by the way, for financial services, eh? Salespeople, because they understand this shit. Salesperson understands sales, and they also understand the up and down, and you can relate. Okay. So what are your other options that you say for picking a niche?
So I was looking at clients that are already that I'm already saving and that have already got some sort of what you call some sort of a connection somehow with or engagement somehow with momentum. Like your likes of your Transnet, the likes of your BMW, the likes of your Sasol, and so on. Those guys, what I've been saving them for quite a while, and they already like their pensions are with momentum. So already there's been their wellness. I've been to their wellness days and all of that.
Okay. I mean that does make sense to say, hey, listen, I'm the Transnet momentum specialist.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, yeah. Claim it. No one else says. You say that's who I am. And then you could speak to all the Transnet people. You say, hey, I'm the guy. You just tell
Yeah.
them that you're the guy. They don't need to know that it's not an official title. I'm the guy. I'd like to talk to you about your financial position. It's
Yeah.
quite it's sneaky, but it's like probably work really well for you actually.
Yeah, look, I've been getting a few ideas from LinkedIn that I think I should use when I get to the point where I send messages to Transnet guys.
Well, who are you sending connection requests to now?
I'm focused on Transnet now.
Okay, so that's fine. Just
Yeah.
keep doing that then. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change your. Yeah, you probably need to change your profile then. Fuck. You need to redo that thing, eh? So,
Okay.
so
Do you think we have to?
yeah, it's not critical, but like if you're gonna target something, I mean, Transnet might not be it. There might
Okay.
be something better.
Yeah.
Like your profile plays a massive part, eh? People, you send a connection request, they say, who's Nkata? And they go,
Mm.
look.
Okay.
Like, if you're gonna target Transnet now, right? Seriously, go change your banner. Go change your banner to say, Transnet Momentum Specialist or something along those lines.
Mm.
Okay, which you
Okay.
are. You know, you don't have to name something you're not. Maybe you're not the official guy, but you're the guy, right? And
Yeah.
if you're gonna target Transnet people, there's lots of them. You'll target them for days. It's like just put it on your banner, like put it on your profile. Say, hey, I deal with them. This is what we've done. I've dealt with these people. Get some testimonials from them, and just like be the Transnet guy, and then just like fucking waltz in there and take all the business. Because like yes, people are not always that perceptive. If they see they get your thing and there's the banner, and then you say, hey, I'm the momentum specialist working with Transnet. I'd like let's connect, and then later on you say you're the same guy. I'd like to make an appointment with you to talk about your financial position to see if everything's okay. Because like now there's that. It's the same shit that you're having at the bank that you're fighting. You've now created for yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I have this connection, and like they don't know that you're not the guy, because there is no the guy.
Yeah.
You're just the guy, right? But now it's
Yeah.
all linked. It's like, oh, okay, this makes sense. He's going to talk to me about my financial position.
Okay.
So I would do that then. I mean, let's just do this quickly. Let's just do it on LinkedIn. So if we go to LinkedIn, you can go. We can get rid of this here for now. I really have this. It's such a pain in the ass to reset. I don't know why. Just like, honestly, sometimes the easiest is just to create a new one. Okay, so now we go to Transnet. We enter. Now we go to companies. Right, because Transnet's got tons of companies, like Transnet, like in everything that moves. So let's just go to the first one. Open this. And here we have 10,000 employees. I don't know if let's just see if this is the same thing. They might all be linked. 10,000. Okay, so it seems like it's all the same. So you probably only need one of these. But there you go. There's 10,000 employees to start talking to. So now obviously what you can do is now you can say, okay, who's your second? Obviously yours will be different to mine. Transnet's not my target market, but I still have 131 second level connections. And then you can start to narrow it down if there's specific people you want to find. So think about the job titles, anything that you can think of, you can put in here. If that's going to be your strategy, cool. Then make it your strategy. Take the positioning, own it, and just be the guy. And then connect with all these oaks and go sell them stuff. Because the fact that you've been dealing with them and that you are the expert is like when you start the messaging, it's like, hey, I dealt with so-and-so from Transnet the other day. Had a bit of a problem because like the pension just wasn't adequate, and we fixed that. To chat to you. And see if I can do the same for you. Would you like to set up a meeting? You'll book a ton of meetings that way.
Yeah.
Okay, lads. I think we've all earned lunch. And we should go get it. All right. So, you know what? Let me just give you guys this. I might as well. Hang on. Let me just come back here and show you. I'm going to give you guys. So single moms. Let me share this link with you. So basically, if you just click this link, it's put in the chat for you. If you just click this link, so the first one is for you, Kitamitsi, and then the second one, this one is for you, Kata. If you just click on that link and you've got a ChatGPT account, it'll take you straight in and you'll see exactly this. And then you can continue to ask it questions. So you can continue from here. When you continue, I can't see what you continue. It's now yours. And but you've got everything that I've got if you want to see it. Okay, so that should help a bit. But yeah, just like you can see, like just ask ChatGPT, how do I do it? I'll give you a lot of ideas, but also use the stuff we taught you, because we taught you a lot more than ChatGPT gave you. But
I see you got two links. Do you link on anyone or?
no, the top one is for Kitamitsi, the bottom one is for you.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, cool.
Okay, thank
all right,
you.
guys, keep it up. Just keep pushing. And let's get you over those 2,000, over the 100 to 200. And then I want to start seeing how many people are accepting your connection request. Okay, so it's important that you start, because and at the early stage when you're doing 10, 15, it's not actually enough to make any decision. So don't get excited either way, whether it's good or bad. Right now it just is. You're just getting the process going. When you're doing 100 a week or 200 a week and you're doing that for a month or so, then we start to get excited, because then you'll see what the true numbers are in terms of what's happening.
Okay.
All right, cool. But please send those connection requests. They're very important. Okay, do the 15 or the 10. Kitamitsi, where you need to start at 10, right?
Yes.
Okay, so start. The sooner you start, the quicker you get there. All right, lekker. Have a good one,
Okay.
guys. See you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, bye.